Hello there, and a very warm welcome to you. I am truly glad and thankful that you chose to spend this meaningful time with us today. Please listen carefully and keep an open heart to what I'm about to share with you. You see, every woman has her own unique way of deciding whether a man is the right one for her future. She rarely does this by firing off a bunch of tough or intimidating questions like she's conducting a job interview. Instead, she figures it out through her subtle behaviors and the quiet feelings that arise when he's around. If you don't understand what she's truly experiencing deep inside, you may start feeling like you're doing something wrong without ever knowing why. In this conversation, I'm going to reveal exactly what to watch for when a woman is considering giving her entire self to you. I'm talking about her body, her valuable time, and her complete trust, the most precious thing she has. She won't walk up to you in a crowded place and announce it for everyone to hear. She won't tap you on the shoulder and say, "I'm ready now, let's be together." Instead, the small things she does daily will speak far more clearly and powerfully than any grand declaration ever could. If you pay close attention and look at her with kindness and openness, you will begin to notice these subtle signs. These are soft, gentle indicators that come straight from her emotions, her thoughts, and her natural instincts. Some men completely overlook these signs because they're waiting for something dramatic, loud, or obvious to occur. But the reality is that a profound connection between two people almost never begins loudly or dramatically. It grows quietly in everyday moments, in the way she glances at you from across a room, and in the choices she makes even when you haven't reached out first. Welcome to this special place where we explore the heart and how human connections truly form. If you're new here, we are a supportive community of experts dedicated to helping you uncover the deeper realities of attraction and emotions. These are topics women seldom discuss openly, yet they are genuine aspects of how they feel and how they choose to draw closer to someone. If you've been with us before, you already know how straightforward and useful we aim to be in every discussion. Now, let's explore this together in depth. Every woman carries her own distinct personality that shapes who she is. She has her unique background, her personal experiences, and her own level of courage when it comes to love. But when she begins to feel ready to give her heart to you, certain behaviors and patterns emerge in nearly every woman, regardless of her background. This doesn't happen because she read it in a book or was taught how to behave. It happens because her body and emotions respond to you before her mind can instruct her to hold back or stay guarded. One of the earliest things you'll observe is simply how she behaves when you're in the same space. Pay close attention to how she carries herself when you're near. A woman who feels nothing for you will maintain distance. She will protect her personal space and energy as if surrounded by an invisible shield no one can breach. But a woman who feels drawn to you can't help but move closer, almost as if an unseen force is gently guiding her toward you. It's a subtle shift, but clearly noticeable if you're observant. She might sit slightly nearer to you on the sofa than necessary. She creates small, innocent excuses to remain near you a little longer. Even in a large group, you may see her body gradually orient itself toward you while you speak. These emotions make her feel slightly restless or even a bit uneasy. Her mind may try to appear calm and composed, but her body always reveals the truth. And it's not only about physical proximity. It's about how relaxed and secure she feels with you. She lowers her defenses. Her tone becomes softer and warmer when she speaks to you. She laughs more freely at your humor. She smiles more quickly when your eyes meet, and the usual tension she carries begins to dissolve like snow under sunlight. When a woman is drawn to you, her protective walls naturally begin to fade away. Next, let's talk about her eyes. This is one of the clearest early signals you need to recognize. It's about her being emotionally open around you. Many men imagine attraction as a long, intense stare like in movies. In reality, the strongest sign is often when she looks at you and then quickly glances away, as if she was caught off guard. That brief, shy break in eye contact carries real weight. It means you stirred something meaningful inside her that she wasn't fully prepared to reveal. Her body responded before her mind could conceal the emotion. That's why attraction can feel so powerful, even in complete silence. It's tender, slightly unsteady, and she can't fully control it. She might glance at your lips while you talk. She may unconsciously bite her own lip. She might lightly touch her neck, her hair, or her collarbone. These are quiet messages her body sends when her feelings begin to stir. And if she truly trusts you, you'll witness something even more meaningful. She will begin sharing personal details with you. These aren't casual stories about her daily routine or what she had for lunch. These are the private thoughts she doesn't share with just anyone. She might speak about what keeps her awake at night, the uncertainties she faces, or past heartbreaks that still affect her. She does this because a woman will never fully open herself to a man she doesn't trust with her most vulnerable feelings. For her, closeness involves more than physical intimacy. It includes her thoughts and emotions too. She needs to feel protected, understood, and truly seen for who she is. If she opens up in these gentle ways, she is preparing to open every part of herself to you. But the most powerful indicator of all comes next. She begins showing strong emotional responses. She starts envisioning you as part of her life. She may ask questions like, "Would you ever try this?" Or, "What if we went there someday?" She is exploring how you think and how you see the world. She isn't unsure. She simply wants to confirm that trusting you with her heart won't lead to regret. Women are selective about who they allow into their inner world. When she is nearing the point of choosing you, she begins including you in her future vision. Whether she expresses it directly or not, these signals are quiet yet deeply meaningful. Most men miss them because they're waiting for something bold and unmistakable. The unfortunate reality is that by the time the signs become loud and clear, she may have already started pulling away because the smaller ones went unnoticed. If you've observed these signs before, it wasn't mere coincidence. It was her heart attempting to communicate with you without words. When a woman wants to be with you, her actions say yes, even if her voice hasn't spoken it yet. One of the clearest signs is how her entire energy shifts the moment you enter the room. It's not a dramatic transformation like a sudden storm, but it's profound and genuine. Around others, she might be polite, reserved, or slightly guarded, but with you, there's a sparkle in her eyes. Her voice carries a different quality. You influence her emotions even with just a brief glance. Another key sign is that she draws nearer to you in tender, subtle ways. She may become playful, lightly teasing, or unexpectedly soft and gentle. At times, she grows shy without understanding why. This is where human psychology becomes fascinating. A woman only feels nervous or excited around a man who truly matters to her. If she remains completely indifferent and unbothered, the spark is likely missing. But if she tries to appear confident while internally battling intense feelings, that's often attraction in disguise. Her posture might stiffen slightly, her breathing may shift, and her eyes could widen just a bit. She's experiencing so much that she struggles to conceal it because you're not just anyone to her. Being near you activates her emotions like a switch. Another important signal is when she begins touching you more than necessary. These are the seemingly accidental contacts that are far from accidental. She might lightly brush your hand while walking, adjust your collar, or casually touch your watch. Women generally don't initiate physical contact with men they aren't interested in. Touch is her way of testing how your presence feels, how you respond to her, and whether you feel safe to be near. She wants to grow familiar with your touch before she feels ready for deeper closeness. Then comes a noticeable change in her emotional state. When she's preparing to be with you, she becomes less concerned with protecting her ego. She forgives small mistakes more quickly. She smiles at you even when slightly irritated. She genuinely values your opinion of her. This brings us to the fourth major sign, trust. Your perspective suddenly holds more weight with her than it logically should. She is beginning to allow you significant influence in her life. Women don't surrender themselves to men they don't admire or respect. If she lets you guide conversations or decide simple things like where to eat, she is communicating something important without speaking it aloud. There's also a more complex truth here. Sometimes her behavior can appear slightly inconsistent or mixed when she likes someone more than she's ready to admit. She might go quiet for a day and then return even warmer than before. She may seem distant one moment and then suddenly affectionate. This isn't confusion on her part. It's fear of how strongly she feels. She's trying to safeguard her heart, yet it keeps drawing her back to you. That push and pull is one of the strongest indicators that she's wrestling with deep emotions inside. But there's an even deeper layer many men never notice. When she wants to be yours, she begins observing you more intently than anyone else. She isn't just looking at your appearance, she's studying your character. She notices what frustrates you, what brings out your kindness, and what reveals your vulnerabilities or strengths. She does this because she can't fully connect with a man she doesn't truly understand. She needs to know the real you, not out of mere curiosity, but because she desires genuine closeness. This is the fifth sign. She prioritizes your feelings. Have you ever noticed her watching you when she thought you weren't aware? Her gaze wasn't just admiring looks. She was trying to truly know you. Women observe the men they desire with quiet intensity. She wants to confirm that you match the depth of the feelings she holds for you. And when she realizes you do, her defenses begin to lower gradually. The signs are always present if you know how to recognize them. There comes a point when a woman's body reveals the complete truth, even if her words are still hesitant. One of the strongest indicators is how she anticipates your presence. A woman who wants to be with you doesn't merely enjoy your company. She looks forward to it throughout her day. She checks her phone more frequently. She replies to your messages quickly, even while pretending to be occupied. She remembers small details from your conversations because your words stay with her. And if she's fully committed emotionally, she'll do something small yet significant. She begins adjusting her appearance when you're around. She might touch up her hair, apply a bit more makeup, or sit with better posture. Some believe women only do this for themselves, but when a woman desires a man, her efforts become intentional. This is sign number 6. She treats you differently from everyone else. Thinking of you influences how she presents herself, how she carries herself, and even her energy. There's an even more subtle sign that men often miss. She might show a hint of jealousy, not in an aggressive or dramatic way, but a quiet, internal one. It might appear as a slight change in her tone or a brief pause when you mention another woman. It's a small emotional reaction that flashes across her face for just a moment. A woman doesn't feel that over someone she doesn't care about. She feels it toward a man she already sees as hers. If she tries to conceal that jealousy, it makes the feeling even more genuine. Another clue is how she responds to your touch. I'm not referring to major gestures, but simple ones. Perhaps your hand brushes the small of her back as you walk through a crowd, or your fingers lightly touch when handing her something. If she stays close and doesn't withdraw, that's more than casual comfort. It's her allowing greater closeness. If she leans into the moment, she's no longer thinking logically, she's responding from her heart. Strong emotions often quiet the analytical mind. When she's ready to be with you, her logical side begins to relax. She stops overanalyzing every interaction. She simply allows herself to feel secure in your presence. Her defenses soften, and she becomes noticeably warmer and more open. But here is perhaps the most surprising sign of all. A woman may actually test you just before fully committing. She wants to discover the kind of man you truly are, not just when things are easy, but when she's feeling emotional or slightly distant. If she's going to trust you completely, she needs to know you're reliable, patient, and steady. So she might create a little distance or ask a serious question to see how you respond. For a woman, opening herself fully is like revealing her entire soul. Her body is usually the final boundary she crosses. If she's beginning to open that door, she has already welcomed you into her heart. If these patterns sound familiar, you are likely much closer to her heart than you realize. When a woman is on the verge of wanting to be with you, her voice often changes before her body does. She speaks more softly and slowly. Her tone becomes more tender. There's a special quality she reserves only for you, where each word feels carefully chosen with care. Her voice acts as a bridge between her hidden feelings and what she's still afraid to express directly. Some men mistake this for simple flirting, but it runs much deeper. It's her showing vulnerability. A woman only becomes truly gentle and open with a man she feels completely safe with. If she teases you kindly or shares her emotions without trying to hurt you, she is demonstrating trust. And once she trusts you with her heart, her body naturally wants to follow. You can also sense it in comfortable silence. This isn't the tense quiet that comes with anger. This is a warm, peaceful silence. It's the kind where she can sit beside you without feeling the need to fill every moment with words. She doesn't feel pressure to perform or protect herself. That kind of shared quiet feels like an unspoken embrace. But it goes even further. She will begin asking you meaningful, personal questions. These aren't light or superficial. She wants to understand your views on love, what you seek in a relationship, and what touches your heart or fears. She isn't merely curious, she's trying to see the depth of your soul. When a woman is ready to give herself to a man, she wants to know if his heart is deep enough, because she is about to share hers. She needs to know you'll handle her feelings with care. She needs to know you're someone she can rely on. And if she senses you are a safe haven, her body will begin sending signals she can't conceal. She will stand closer. Her leg might rest against yours under the table and remain there. Her hand may linger on your arm a little longer than necessary. She will allow you to touch her waist or back, areas she protects from others. Women are selective about their personal space. Where she lets you enter reveals where she trusts you. The most powerful sign of all is that she makes herself available to you. She might rearrange her schedule just to spend time with you. She may stay up later than usual just to continue talking. She might wait for your message even while pretending it's casual. A woman who truly wants a man will create space for him no matter how full her life is. That's because genuine feelings shift our priorities. When she begins placing you first in her heart and her time, it means she has already decided inside. She isn't questioning whether to be with you. She's simply waiting for the right moment. At this stage, you don't need to pursue her aggressively. You simply need to receive her, because she is already moving toward you. There is a quiet internal turning point where a woman stops resisting her feelings for you. She stops hiding how much she cares or how strongly she wants to be near you. Everything about her becomes more open and welcoming. This is the final major shift. She begins communicating with you through her body without realizing it. Her breathing may become deeper or slower in your presence, as if her body is preparing for something meaningful. Her eyes may widen slightly when she looks at you. Her lips might remain slightly parted while you speak. She will stay close enough that you can sense the warmth of her skin. These aren't deliberate actions. They are instinctive responses from deep within. Her body recognizes what it wants before her mind fully accepts it. She stops focusing so much on how she appears to the world and starts caring more about how you feel. She becomes nurturing and gentle. When a woman is ready to be with you, she seeks more than just excitement. She desires a real, meaningful bond. She wants you to connect with every part of her body, her mind, and her spirit. She will begin to let you take the lead. Not because she lacks strength, but because she trusts yours. She will follow your direction and your touch. That kind of openness is rooted in trust. For a woman, being with a man is one of the deepest ways she can express, I trust you. Her walls are lowered and she is inviting you fully in. But the ultimate confirmation is this: she isn't afraid to be alone with you. In fact, she welcomes it. If she suggests spending time together in private, or if she stays with you even when she could leave, she has already chosen you. These signs were never meant to be loud or overwhelming. They have always been gentle, quiet, and natural. A woman who wants to give her heart doesn't need to declare it dramatically. Her body speaks for her heart responds to you, and her entire energy shifts. If you have ever noticed these signs from a woman, know that it wasn't your imagination. It was her genuine feelings reaching out to you. Thank you so much for sharing this time with us and learning about how hearts truly connect. If this helped you understand things more clearly and see women with greater kindness and depth, please show your support by liking this video and sharing it with others who might need it. Always remember that the deepest emotions are usually expressed quietly. You just need to learn how to listen with your heart. We look forward to welcoming you back very soon.